What is going on, guys, and welcome to CSS tutorial. In this video we're going to create a simple drop down menu. So the first thing what we want to do is we would actually want to create a div as always, and I'm just going to give it a class, and I'm just going to say that the class is going to be drop. Then within the div we're going to place a span element over here like this, and span element is going to say like something like hey. Basically, that's going to be a button that we're going to be using to hover over, right? And within the div, we're also going to create a div, another div, and we're going to say class, and this is going to be the actual content over here like this. And within that content, we're just going to place a paragraph that we would want to be shown, right? So I would say like, hey, what's up, right? So now we have these two things. Well, actually three things, right? We have div and we have span, and we have another div inside here, right? So hey, what's up, and a couple of question marks. So we're pretty much done for HTML. Now we go actually to either to main CSS, or we can do it from here. So what I would want to do is over here, I'm just going to do the quick edit, and first I would want to start styling the div, this whole div container, right? And what I would want to do is actually I would want to set position to be relative. And again, the reasoning would be that because we'll be using the absolute positioning for the div class content over here, and you'll see how it actually makes the content slide up all the way to the drop class over here. So we would need to use the relative, and I would want it to be display inline block. So I'm just going to write over here inline block. And now you can see how my whole div right away became much smaller because it has right now it's spanning as an inline block, not as a block, right? And then what I would want to do right now is I would want to close this out, and I'm just going to go to actual content. And I'm going to say that I'm going to add a couple of rules over here. And the first rule that I would want to do is actually display none, because we want it to be hidden, and only when we're hovering over it's going to be displayed. So we write display none or here like this, and then we just start adding a couple of properties, right? We're going to say position absolute, because since we're using over here relative over here, we want a absolute right underneath, so it goes all the way up to this hey, right? So we would close this one, and then I would say, I don't know, the background color, I could do something like red or something like that. And then the next thing that I would want to do is probably do some padding. So 10 pixels padding. And the last thing I'm just going to do is z-index 1. And let's just close this one out right now. And let's go over here. And we would need to go to main CSS. And we will just going to add that as we're hovering. So we're using the class drop, and then we say hover here like this, and then we say as we're hovering, actually the class content we would want to be displayed block, right? So we go over here and we say display, and we say display block, and let's check it out what we have. Just save this, and now you can see what's happening. That you can see that as I'm hovering over, you can see that it says hey, what's up, right? And that's the very simple drop down menu. But in the next videos, we're going to look at some more complicated ones. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.